I felt like she was suffering a lot, and I never saw like this kind of things before.
Oh my goodness, it was really emotional. Hello everyone, my name is Jisung Kim and I'm a Shenyun dancer and a choreographer. Today I want to talk about the hardest experience I've ever had as a Shenyun dancer. And make sure to watch until the end where I reveal how I overcame the challenge. It was in last summer, which is in 2022. I got a chance to make dances for Shenyun on my own. Before I was just an assistant. Of course, it was just a trial, not an official, but I was still really happy because making dances for Shenyun was one of my greatest dreams. Due to COVID, it was already in July, which is a lot later than previous years. So I only had 1 month to make 2 dances and 4 months to put them on the stage. There's a time crunch. I was a student who doesn't have much experience, while other choreographers are teachers who have made dances over decades. I'm really introverted, but I had to tell the composers, production teams that what I want, and I also had to teach and give rehearsals to the dancers who are older than I am and who have danced longer than I've done. So it was pretty tough. And top of that, I was full-time dancers. I was a graduate school student and I'm making dances for festivals and I'm a YouTuber. So it was time-wise, it was really intense. So it was on Mid-Autumn Festival. I called my grandma and she didn't pick up her phone. And I felt something is not right. And later I figured out that she had a cancer and couldn't recognize people. I'm really good with my grandma because when I was young, my parents were busy, so I was with my grandma for most of the time. She supported me no matter what, and she was the one who loved me the most, and she was the one that I loved the most. I knew that something like this will happen, but didn't expect to be this early. It might be my last chance to see her again, so I decided to go back to Korea. When I went to the hospital, and the moment I saw her, I almost couldn't recognize her because she got so skinny. The sad thing is that she also couldn't recognize me. She didn't believe that I'm her grandson. I said, "Oh, Jisung is back," and they're like, "Oh, you're not Jisung, but you look like him a lot." And I tried to convince her that I'm her grandson for a couple times, but no matter what, she didn't believe. And then she started saying that how nice Jisung is and how much she's proud of him. And I was like, "So where's Jisung right now then?" And she's like, "In US." And start talking about how much she thinks he's suffering and how much she worries about him. So I was like, "Actually, I'm Jisung's friend, and he told me to tell you that he's really happy with what he's doing right now, so you don't need to worry about him at all." And she was like, "That's great." I just couldn't hold my tears and started crying. And my grandma just stared at me for a second and said, "A man should not cry." And I was like, "Really?" And then she smiled and said, "Of course." So I was like, "Okay, I won't cry then." And I wiped my tears. At that time, it was COVID time, so one day I only could visit her for just 1 hour. On the last day when I went to see her, I think I'll say it's a miracle almost, and she could recognize me. And I think it's a gift that God gave me to say goodbye to her, I guess. I spent the time holding her hands and showing the pictures that I took with my friends. And I had to leave to the airport, but I felt pretty sad because since she had a cancer and stuff, she couldn't move by herself and using wheelchairs, and I felt like she was suffering a lot. And I never saw this kind of things before. But I had to leave. There's a stuff that I had to do back in US, so I just moved my heavy steps and came back to US. Oh my goodness, it was really emotional.
Shenyun is a world top class performance, so I had to reach that standards. I had a lot of pressures, I guess, because the schedule was really busy. I had a lot of things to catch up,
and then thinking about my grandma. The new season was coming closer, so I was really, really stressed. In November, in the morning, I got a message that my grandma just passed away. I just went to the place that there's no one else. I kind of cried out loud. At that time, I was facing two choices because my grandma's funeral was about to be held. So either I go back to Korea or not. But at that time, because the new season was about to start, so missing those couple of days were pretty crucial as a dancer and choreographer. I decided to stay in US because it was my responsibility, and my grandma also told me that a man should be responsible and have a great tolerance. So I think this is what she would want me to do too. So I decided to stay and decided not to tell the company about it. I just went down to the studio and had rehearsals. It was actually really, really tough because you cannot show up what you're going through, and there people might be like still joking with you, then you have to laugh. And there's still people who like criticize you, then you still have to like smile and say, okay, I'll work on it. At that time, I felt a little bit lonely because like, I cannot tell this to people, but I also cannot tell the family about it because like they're already like very worried about me. And one day, actually, I heard pretty harsh words about both the dances that I made and the way I danced. And I felt really, really sad and depressed. I started thinking like negatively, and I had to like lose confidence and start doubting myself. Like, maybe I'm not good enough to be on this path. And at that time, I really wanted to give up too. But luckily, I believe in God and believe there are divine beings, and all the tribulations and hardships are arranged by the gods to make me stronger so that I can brave any type of storms and waves, so that might be able to achieve a great task in the future. Another thing is that I'm a Falun Dafa practitioner, and Falun Dafa is meditation practice that follows the principles of truth, compassion, and tolerance. And I know in mainland China, there's a lot of practitioners who are persecuted, lose their jobs, losing their family, even tortured to death. The persecution has been more than 20 years, it has been like 24 years, but they still stay strong. And I feel like what I'm going through is nothing compared to what they've been through. So these two things that gave me a lot of power. So I was telling myself, it was nothing that bad. It's painful at this moment, but it'll become the past. It'll go away for sure. I tell myself that I can do it and ask the gods for blessings. Please help me that I can go through this tribulations. I felt a lot better, and finally, the two dances were successfully be able to put on the stage. I think it was all possible, not because like I have a tolerance or like I have a good skills or talents. I think it was all possible because of the God's blessing. Sometimes I feel like I didn't really let go completely because sometimes I still dream about my grandma, but I don't regret with the choice that I made, especially when I see the reviews from the audience, when they say they find out that the Shen is not just a performance, but also like elevates people's morality that can be a hope for this world. I feel like everything that I've done is worth it. Now we finished the season. We have a break soon, so when I go back to Korea to visit her place, I think I'll be able to say that I'm a responsible man now, so she doesn't need to worry about me anymore. What I want to say is that maybe some of you watching this video are also going through the hard times right now, even maybe tougher than I've been through. But I hope you remember that you're not alone. The gods are always with us. So as long as you stay righteous and try your best, the gods will bless you and you'll see the hope. So don't give up, keep going, trust yourself. No matter how much you suffer, one day it'll be repaid. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. To support us, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We'll come back with more interesting stories, so see you guys next time.
I just saw my grandma, and at first I didn't feel anything, but the moment I saw her, I couldn't hold my tears. I feel like maybe like she was waiting for me, I guess. And now I believe that she'll go to a better place and I'll do good too in the future. So don't worry.